Well, here we are on a Saturday afternoon. I think it's maybe 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that. And we'd like to give you a little walking tour of the finished product of the Charlie Creek bridge and bridge extension all the way to the end. And here we go. It's a total of approximately 63 feet. I'm walking on the bridge right now that we built, I think 3 years ago now. But we found out that this area that you see down here, which is slowly but surely drying out, I can see clearly the bottom. Amazing how clean the water is. But that will fill on a really heavy series of rains that will fill up to, if you see where the bridge extension steps up, it will just reach under the floor deck of the original bridge. So rather than slosh through the water, we decided to raise the bridge by about 10 inches and then elevate it all the way to the curve and then to dry land. The whole thing doesn't fill with water, just to about the curve that you see there, maybe even a little prior to that. But here's what we did. We just added 4x4 posts on 30-inch spikes, ground spikes that will never go anywhere. There's approximately a 9-inch step up, and the bridge deck extension is about 32 inches wide. Actually, it's exactly 32 inches wide, and you're standing, as you can see, above the water, which is actually rather rapidly drying up. We've had a dry spell here, but normally this is just about where it is, maybe even a little bit lower. But the bridge continues, and it's about 3 feet off the ground at this point, maybe even a little higher. I think I'm about 4 feet off the ground at this point. And here's our fancy-dancy Salvador Dali take on a 30-degree angle to the left. And finally it reaches, which is absolutely dry. This is the dry spot right here. And there is the step down. And actually I planned it, if I can back up a little bit, to have the deck take one step down and have it equal to the height of the dirt, which is right there. The second step you see down, you don't even have to use, but you can if you want. So you step one here, and then you step onto the dry land. Then that takes you to the walkway up to Charlie Creek. But I wanted to just go backward a little bit. I'll try not to do this too quickly. But now you can see how the bridge actually, the bridge extension actually works. And you can see the 4x4 posts, and they're all cross braced. Half of them are 45 degrees to the right. Half of them are 45 degrees to the left. Every single square inch of every single board on the deck has been hand sanded with a 60 grit sandpaper. That's all you want to use on treated wood, otherwise it just starts filling up the sandpaper. And the edges have been beveled to shed water, and 2 GRK solid brass deck screws. I'm not sure if they're brass or brass steel or whatever, but they're probably the best around. They have a chisel point, so it goes right in without splitting the wood. So I'll take you back again and give you a walk through the opposite direction. The Charlie Creek Bridge extension is done.